Good evening. Welcome to Tectonic. And this is sort of an unplanned video, something I was going to do 2 years ago and decided not to do it because it's sort of a touchy video, a touchy subject about a missing person named David Benfer. He was a solo bicyclist, bicycle tourist, and went all over. He has a YouTube channel called Three Wheel Journey, still up. And he has about 57 videos on there. I used to watch him all the time. But when I was watching the videos and I was looking at his comments a few years ago, I noticed that he hadn't made any comments or any videos in a long time. And people were commenting on, "Hey, where are you, Dave? We miss you." So I want to say something first before I go into this video, because I didn't do the video because I thought, and other people thought, maybe he just doesn't want to be found. I get that, and I wanted to respect that privacy. But over the last couple years, I've done my own research. Some other people have looked into it, and they just kind of let it go. His family hasn't heard from him. Friends, no one's heard from him. He hasn't collected any money out of his retirement. He's a retired Marine, I believe. So David Benfer, Three Wheel Journey, look it up. I want my subscribers to kind of help me with this if you can. And if you want to, I know I'm going to get some comments on this one, like maybe the guy wants to be left alone, which I thought. But I went up to where he made his last video this last summer on my Eastern Sierra trip. I do, as you probably know if you've been watching my videos, I'm very familiar with the Sierra Cascade route, in and out and detours and everything. So I thought last year I'd just, not this last summer, but the one before, I'll just venture out there. And Klamath Falls, I was going to be in the Klamath Falls area anyway. So in the comments, check it out if you're into investigating it a little bit, because it's a wild mystery to me now. It's getting weirder and weirder and wackier, because the vibe there, and I could be completely off. Usually I'm not. But the vibration around that area is just a little different. Lakeview, Oregon, that's a nice little place, but he didn't disappear, but he was last heard from near Lakeview on Highway 140, the Fremont National Forest. Now, there's a sign here in this picture of David standing here by the sign, and kind of like one of those. This is in his last video. Check out the video. I looked for signs in the video like a few other people did. It isn't like anyone made this a huge investigation or looked into it. I think maybe because they respected his privacy. But it's been a long time now, and and everyone just thought, wow, it's really unusual for him to just stop completely and not show up anywhere, right? Not be seen, bike not seen anywhere. Anyway, so he hasn't been heard from. I went through there. I went to what I thought would have been that pull out or little spot where he made the video. You can see that in the video. There's it's vague. It's kind of hard to tell. There's a few of those little pull-ups. So I stopped at a few of those and just kind of walked around a little bit, and because I promised myself I would do that 2 years prior. I've been watching him for a long time. Anyway, so yeah, he hasn't been heard from. It's odd. All due respect to him, David, if you're out there, I'm sorry, but I don't think he's out there, and that's just my gut feeling. I think something happened there, something fishy. Again, Lakeview, all the way over to Klamath Falls. It's pretty remote, and I've traveled there quite a bit, and I've got some weird feelings around there. It is a place where you could easily get knocked away, put out, and whatever. But really wild story. So the other thing about this story is his mom made a comment on one of his videos, and says, "Has anyone heard from Dave? I haven't heard from him." This is quite bizarre, and I think it's 56 or 54, and you may have to watch a little bit of it, but you'll see immediately people saying, "Where's Dave?" David Benfer. Yeah, check it out. Help me out if you can. And again, all due respect to David, but I want to find out what happened to him. I went there and I got a wild vibration, and you know, I don't want to be judgmental on the places I go and the people and the weird vibrations, but it's just the truth. It's what happens. It's how I navigate. And that could happen to me, even though I'm navigating and being aware. This is just another, I guess, example and a lesson to keep our tools sharp in our awareness and be ready for, you know, whatever, but also not carry a scary, negative vibration and expecting the worst, you know. Just pretty wild story. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, that was sort of a lateral detour on this video off our normal path. So excuse me for not being all prepared and everything. Thank you. Have a great evening.